What's going on, podcast people? This is the D&E podcast. I'm NK Rudy, leader of friend group, and your host. What was I saying? Nah.
You said, and your host, and you looked at me.
Host, I'm here with my co-host Jamari.
Yeah.
I'm here with my.
What am I saying?
I'm here with my co-host and friends Jamari. Quan, say what's up.
Yo,
what's going on?
If you are listening on audio platforms, make sure leave a 5-star for us, man. It really helps us out. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Also, leave some in the comments, man. Y'all can interact with us, man. We will answer on YouTube. Promise you. But how y'all boys doing today?
Good. You know, whenever the Giants win, I'm in a good mood.
That's
6-1, baby.
facts.
6-1.
We're okay. We're
just whoop some dude's ass. Multiple, I should say, in bowling, and that's a great feeling. So,
what you mean by? Hold on. What you mean by you whooped their ass?
I mean, I dropped a high of 155
and a low of.
Why are we worried about the lows?
Just say what the low was.
He said he was whooping people's ass. So
yeah.
All right, but
that's all I was talking about.
Okay, but you also dropped a low of.
I can't remember.
Okay.
You know it?
85. 85. So you won 2 games, and I won 2 games. So there was no whooping ass. Me and him had the same record.
Listen.
And Lopez won 1 game. We had the same record.
What was the margin of score? Like, what was the highs and lows in the margin of score? Like, how much he beat you by?
When it was 155, I was at 137.
Okay, so that's...
and... 18. Damn, I think Lopez was like at 120. And Josh and Javane, we're not even gonna worry about them. We're not even gonna worry about them. Javane was so low, it's crazy. I think Javane had the lowest score ever. He put up like 56 points in 10 frames. He was doing trash.
He was getting bad.
Yeah,
he's not telling the full story. So the first game, whenever we go bowling, the first game is always like the warm up just to see how everything's doing. Raquan won that
from the
game.
first game at the start. Niggas was talking about betting though.
Yeah, because that's what the first game is for, setting the tone.
No, everyone wanted to bet on the first game, and then Lopez is like, "Nah, I'm good." You said you was good, and then me, Javane, and Josh just like, "Yeah, we'll bet," but we didn't bet because everyone didn't bet
on that first game. Then we're like, "All right, this second game is what's gonna matter, right?" I was like, all right, I play better when there's money on the line.
Well, who said that, though? Did you say that, or did everybody say that?
Everybody voted to bet on the second game.
But that doesn't mean that. But no one said the words of, this game matters. We said we just going to bet on it. Betting just for fun.
No, betting means it matters. Because after that, it's just a friendly competition. Yeah.
Niggas came to compete. Thank you. Niggas came to compete.
Okay, anyways. So I won that second game. Then the third game... Raquan came out hot, hit like 3 strikes in a row. I wasn't doing too hot. Everybody's like, "Yo, Jamar, I thought you played better. Like this, we know the real Jamar." Then I came back and won that game. But
tell them how you came back to win.
I went stupid.
And what did I start doing?
Missing.
Instead of me bowling, because I curved the ball, I do a thumbless grip. So instead of me curving the ball, I was like, fuck it. And I said to Josh, I'm just like, yo, should I just practice the other way? And he was just like, yeah, because I don't bowl the normal way. We're putting all 3 fingers in. And he was just like, yeah, fuck it. He's like, you might as well. So I started bowling like that.
I got to talk to Josh about this. But anyways, he's going from curving. He learned how to curve that day to his regular.
Who, Josh?
No, I'm saying you.
I didn't learn that day.
I never seen you put a curve on the ball like that.
You haven't played with me in like months. That's why.
Okay. So anyways, the curving is new. Going straight down the lane, that's his regular playing style. Is what I'm used to. That's what I seen every time we went bowling.
That's what you seen like months ago though.
So that's just more natural. You have more practice with that bowl.
No, I do not. If I'm playing and if I'm like this, if I'm playing a curving ball motion,
yes,
and I'm doing that for months, then my body is naturally used to that. And then if I randomly switch it up and saying, let me practice back to using this way, it's going to be different because I'm used to curving the ball. Huh?
Something you've been doing for years. Straight down the lane.
No.
That just sounds crazy. Anyways, I won that game, and then after that, everybody was like, we not. And then I just started chilling after that. Like, Started sipping.
He said for years. Like I was bowling for years.
I mean, I never ever seen you put the curve on the ball until today. And you said I got that from you. I quote, I got that from him. I seen him going crazy. Someone that was there that day.
Yeah, that's where I started learning from it. Like I said, I've been in that bitch for months. I've been coming in, not every Monday, but a good amount of Mondays. Just coming in, popping in, coming in, popping in. Sometimes I used to go by myself and just try to like curve that shit.
Damn, you still never put up 155? And you still never put
But I could have put up 155 though.
But you didn't.
Yeah, but I went back to normal. If you then decided to try to curve the goal mid-game, are you going to still put up 155?
No, the reason why you changed is you got nervous once I started coming back.
How'd I get nervous if I was at 108 and you was at 30?
Because if something's working and there's money on the line, why change up your style? If it ain't fixed, why? If it ain't broke, why fix it?
I don't think you realize that when it comes to betting, small amount, I do not care if I lose that money.
I can't relate to that shit. Money.
I
don't care if it's $5.
$5 is $5. If I lose $5, I lose $5.
$5 is $5, and if I lose $5, I'm out of $5.
Yeah, you out of $5. You out of $5.
Money ain't free, bro. Like you gotta earn that shit.
Exactly, and I earn it from work. $5 is just $5. If I feel like I want to put up that $5, that's $5 that I don't care about losing. Same about the stock market. If I put up $5, I'm just like I feel like I can risk this $5.
I'm trying to get a return out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you try to get a return, but if you risk it, you risk it.
And I want to,
but
and I care.
But are you risking it?
It's a risk that I care about.
But are you risking it? It's money that you
I
are
just
willing
said it's
to
a risk
lose.
that I care about.
And it's money, exactly. It's money that you're willing to lose.
But I don't want to lose.
But you're willing to lose. Just because you don't want to lose doesn't mean that there's you don't lose.
But I
that you
care
can't
about
lose
losing it though. I care. I care about losing it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's you. If I put up
I've been saying.
If I put up $5, I know that $5 is just $5. It ain't a big deal. Just like fantasy, I put up $50. I'm like, well, if I lose, I lose.
I'm gonna get to that real quick, but like speaking of bowling, I'm not much of a bowler myself. I've only bowled like one time in like the past like 10, 12 years, so I ain't nothing too crazy. But I know my brother. He's good at bowling.
Really?
He I'll give him that tough. He gonna be happy to hear this because he always say, "Oh, I gotta be better at everything." I don't, bro. I'm telling niggas right now, I'm not better at bowling. I seen him bowl last time I went. He's good.
How do you bowl? Like the three hands in straight.
I mean, I have a good form. I just haven't.
You just do the three hands in straight.
I got like a net, but I mean, I can't really stand him and show, but like it would look like a professional bowler's form, like just like a nice jump shot or some shit like that. Like,
so you've been doing that for years?
My form?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for years.
Well, I mean, this is the same for the last time I've used. It's the same form. What?
Nothing.
I don't really know what he's going.
I don't know what he's gonna add it.
Nothing. Continue.
I'm saying my form hasn't changed. It's the same. I mean, if you're saying years, I'm like the years I haven't bowled. I mean, it's the same form now. Okay, I don't know. You know, like just like Georgie Club, like when who said it? DJ Lil Man, go bowling to the left. Yeah, but speaking on fantasy, y'all win this week?
No.
My team is a different team without Josh Allen.
You win. That's all I asked. I ain't say none of that.
You're right. No, I didn't.
All you have to do is say you have no control over what another nigga can do.
No, yes, you do have control. Cause you draft these players
over what somebody can do.
You didn't you not drop DeAndre Hopkins for nothing?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, so you got control.
But hey,
you got.
I can't control how they run. I can't control if they get the ball. You can't control any of that.
You make the trade. You could have made the trade or something. I mean, you've been making.
Hey, fantasy is fantasy. Like I've said.
Yo, Raekwon has traded like at least 5 times in the league, and don't have not one top dog in his team. It's crazy. He had Josh Allen. Jamar got him now. He had Jalen Waddle. I don't know who the hell got him now. He been going around the league. But you don't got a top dog in your team.
Hey.
Raekwon, so we got
trades just make it interesting.
Our league is PPR, and we have 3 wide receivers that start. Raekwon dropped 65 points.
Ooh.
Yeah,
65, which is crazy, especially in PPR.
That's lower than my bowling.
Yeah, but bowling, you have control over that.
You do in some ways in fantasy too.
Exactly.
How?
Yeah. Because you can put
you make the transactions
in certain position. Like if I know I have a top running back, I'm gonna start him because I feel like he's giving you the best chance.
Well, how do you put them in a position to get the ball?
You can't do that part, but you can put people who are in position to get the ball in that starting lineup.
Exactly.
So how do you put them in the position to get the ball all the time?
No, you don't
it's not
put
all
them
the
in
time. It's
position.
just majority of the time.
Mm-hmm. So how do you put them in the position to get a touchdown?
No, you put
Wait,
those.
hold on. How do you put them in the position to get a touchdown?
You can't do that.
How do you put them in position for the quarterback to give him the most targets?
You can't do that.
How do you put them in the position for them to not drop the ball? How do you put them in the position to not get injured mid-game?
You can't do anything.
It's all out of your control. There's nothing
But
really.
there
The
is-
only thing that you can do is really just look at the stats and just be like, all right, I'm going to start this guy. That's really all you can really do.
Yeah, that is true. But if one player is getting way more targets and catching the ball way more than another person,
Mm-hmm.
that's the better option
the person.
to do.
That's
And
the person
what
that you
can
want.
control.
Yeah.
And that's what you can control
Mm-hmm.
by putting the best player who's getting more targets in that position. That's the That's the position. That's the one person that you can do.
Yeah.
That's what you can control, and that's what you got to focus on.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can control. So then everything else is out of your control. Correct?
Yes, but there is you controlling something.
But everything else in majority is out of your control.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with the on the field coach.
The who
They can't
coach?
on the field, like head coaches, they can control everything, but they put their best players in best positions to shine.
But they can bench the players. They can say, what are you doing out there? This is the route that's just supposed to be running. They can switch people out. They have way more control than that. Because they're actually a coach. You know what I'm saying?
You can bench players. You can take them out of the lineup.
Okay, so you bench them to put somebody in that you still have no control over.
Same with the coach. The
How does
next
it-
person he put out can also do some dumb shit.
But you've played football and basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the coach says run this route, what are you going to do?
Run that route.
The coach says, yo, Jamar, I need you to block. What are you going to do?
On a block.
So how's that the same?
Because the person I'm blocking could be that much better than me and throw me out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
The
But
coach
you
has
still
no control over that.
Yeah, he has no control over that. But we're talking about like you being put into position by the coach to do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, like I am a quote unquote coach in fantasy.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't coach that team at all. You have no control of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is why at the end of the day, when I came into it, everybody already knows I said I'm doing fantasy just for fun. Like I don't really care. It's like I have no control over these people. It's not like money where I put into the stock market and I have control of like where my dollars go because I done research on all that stuff on the companies and shit. Like I have no control over that. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of things you don't have like complete control over, but
Oh,
you can
yeah,
do your
of
own
course.
thing.
Of course. You
to
have
an
no.
extent.
The only thing that you have control over fully is your life and how you operate it and what you do with it. Other than that, like everything else is fair game. There's so many X factors that you just don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How you feel about this night?
I'm saying this. Niggas got the most excuses when they lose, bro. That's all I'm saying. All this, I need to research this, bro.
But I'm not even giving up excuses. Like it's fantasy.
You put your players in those positions to like you set your team up not for success. That was on you. That was in your control.
And at the end of the day, it's well.
I'm saying there is some type of control. Is
Yeah.
is it not in Sakai's control that he's 1-6? Is it not in Isaiah's control that he had like 50-something points this week and he had 2 people on the bye starting and Marquise Brown starting? Was that
Yeah,
not
but that's
his
just
control?
moving someone in and out of a slot. That's all it is.
No, it's
and then you just
that's
do
control,
from there.
though.
Which is what I said. All you can do is just move somebody from starting to bench. That's
But
all you can really do.
It's not even just starting to bench. It's about making trades.
Mm-hmm.
What you've been doing.
I do the trades for fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I make it interesting. It's like Monopoly.
It's not.
I'm not even gonna lie.
It's not.
It's like Monopoly.
It's not.
Them trades be fun.
Trading. And I be seeing. I'm like, damn. I don't know. Like you let go of DeAndre Swift. I mean, he's been hurt now, but like he gonna come back at some point this season. It's just like, damn.
Yeah, trades be
That's
fun.
in your control.
The trades be fun only because when I do the trades, that's when niggas start getting riled up. I like the part of fantasy when people start getting riled up, like when everyone was messaging in the group chat about yo Naeem put up the video. I'm just like I'm like oh this is fun.
Yeah,
so then I
yeah.
started typing just to get niggas like riled up, like instigator basically.
Yeah.
I was like oh yeah I hope Naeem talks shit about his team this week, like how he talk about other teams. Like I'm just like this shit's fun. That's the fun part about fantasy. Everything else is just like it's just like I'm just moving niggas into a slot and wait for Sunday.
Niggas was on my head that week.
Yeah.
It was just the week that just passed before this week happened. Bro, I'm like, they're like, where the video? I'm like, damn. Like, damn.
They want the new video drop now. I think Devontae and Lopez are waiting for that video. Like Devontae put in the chat, he's just like, oh, he's like, I can't wait for the new
Well, he said he can't wait.
Power rankings, yeah.
Niggas was telling me to put it out the week before. Where the video at? And as soon as I dropped it, to kind of like, oh, how you number 2 still? Like, what you mean, bro? I had the same record as, like, it was how many people were 4-2 last week?
Almost everybody.
A lot of people were like 4-2. Like at least like 4 or 5 people were like 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all those 4-2 teams, my team, if you really have to look at the stat page, like the one I have in the league, still by far, even if I wasn't, even though Emmett was above me in record, all my other stats were still better than his though. But I had to give it to him that week because even though he got the head-to-head win, but his like he's not that far behind me in like stats though. So number 1 power ranking, so I gave it to him that week.
I think what makes in fantasy the most fun is when games come down to the wire. Yeah. Like it's just like
like you and Pape's just
like when games come down to the wire where it's just like one nigga wins by like 1 point or something like that. Those are fun. Those are fun.
Not for me. I need to be
win.
Way ahead, man.
Don't have to worry about nothing.
I'm trying to like at versus you. Like that's my third. No. Yeah, third. That's my third. You know what I'm trying to say? That's my third win where they dropped 100 points. I remember I had Jamar. We had like 99 or something like that. Had that in it.
Najee fumbled.
Pez. I think it's Sakai. Sakai. No, that's my. You Sakai Pez. That's 4. Damn.
I have no idea.
That's 4.
But yeah. I think your power rankings, like one thing I know you saying the numbers put you up there, but it's kind of like the Cowboys, like not this year Cowboys, but like last year Cowboys.
Are you saying like it just can't always be numbers? It has to be like if that person beat this person and this person was a better record and all that stuff. There's a little bit
more to it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
The Cowboys last year had the number 1 offense. At one point, would you say that the Cowboys are better than like the Chiefs or the Bills? It's like, oh, the Cowboys are doing better, but it's like they not the Chiefs or the Bills.
But here's the thing with that.
That makes sense.
We all play each other. They all don't play each other in the NFL.
Yeah.
And we all play each other, so that's why it's different. Even though like I said, with head to head and stuff like that, Josh had beat me. You had beat Josh. Would that make him above us?
Me too.
So this is.
I think you're talking about like week 1, 2, 3 or some shit like that.
Yeah, so it's around that time. Would that make Raekwon better than me? If we go by head to heads too, right?
Yeah. I think it has something to do with it. It comes down to those choices that we were talking about, like putting your players in position to shine. You know.
So you were saying that Raekwon was better than both me and come on, we see Raekwon doing that.
So we go by that logic. At one point, I guess I was the best in the league.
That's why I can't just do it by just head to head. Like I'll look into that. Like I'll look into it, but it's not one of the biggest factors in the league. It's really how much, like I say, how much you're putting up, how much you could have put up, like how much you're winning by, and shit like that. Like how much you're putting up in a win usually too. That's another big factor too. Like are you scoring this shit consistent and shit like that? Yeah. That's why I'm looking at the numbers and shit like that, yo. And the numbers really reflecting everybody in the league right now. Like, who is it? Isaiah, like, fell off.
I don't even think Isaiah looks at fantasy.
He does because he changed his roster.
But you have to change your roster, you know?
You don't have to. If he didn't look at it, he wouldn't change his roster.
True. I kind of just changed my roster. I changed it real quick, and then I'm like, boom, and then I'm done in the app.
How do you think
I won, just so y'all know. I won. Don't get confused.
Like if you had someone else working like the social aspect, like the power ranking stats and all that stuff, what can you do to make your fantasy team or fantasy league better? Or what would you add? Like if you didn't have to do it, you can hire someone else to do it.
Hire someone to do your fantasy teams?
Well, not like order. I'm talking about like doing like the power rankings and doing like the stats and like the percentage. Like what are type of things do you think that people can use to like make their fantasy a little bit better and more intriguing? Like you say you like when people get rowdy, that's from like the power rankings. So like what are some other things you guys think can have like fantasy owners can do?
It would just have to be more people interactive in the chat, to be honest. If you're talking about the league overall, you're talking about my team or the league. Or the league. Just if more people interacting in the chat, like we have like Isaiah don't interact, my cousin don't interact. People just want to play fantasy though, so I'm just understanding that. Everyone else is usually active in the chat. But it's
What do you think, Rowan?
Honestly, just the rowdiness. Like usually when I come into the chat is when I see niggas like just talking shit, and I'll put like laughing emojis, or I'll just like instigate them myself, because that shit really just keeps the chat going, and then niggas then start talking shit and all that stuff. And I know you wanted the videos to come out like it was like the league, like the they used to have it on Netflix, right? Or whatever the fuck, the league.
Oh, like the show, the league.
Yeah, the show, the league, where they used to put up videos of them talking to each other, or they'll send it out. Yeah,
Smack Talk. The Smack Talk.
Yeah, the Smack Talk.
Yeah, Smack Talk.
Yeah, but like no one actually did the Smack Talk stuff. So then I remember week 1 when I beat Josh or whatever, I was just like, well, if no one's gonna do it, let me do it. You know what I mean? I just did it, and then that's when you was like, talk your shit, Raquan. And then Sakai said something, and Josh, and then someone else was just like, hey Josh, it's not your fault, because they lost. And they're like, hey Josh, it's not your fault, like you'll get them next week and all that stuff. And then like shit like that is fun, like when niggas just get like rowdy. But another way that would be fun is like if everyone on Sundays actually went, like this is also how the league used to do it too. Like everyone on Sundays just goes out to the bar and just watches the game. You know, like watches it together. Because if you're all there and you're all like looking at your phones, and then like, you know, you're watching the points happen live. But then like when you see it pop up on your phone, and then now everyone's like getting rowdy and talking shit to each other in person. Because I know how Lopez gets in person.
Someone would have went home earlier. I'm out of here.
Yeah, because I know how Lopez gets in person, especially if Lopez was facing you. If Lopez was facing you and like it started off where his team was hot, I know he's talking the most shit. Lopez gonna be like, oh yeah, you ready for the power rankings now? Like, you know, that stuff. Like those two things will be cool. Where that's what I thought the fantasy was gonna be like this year. I thought it was gonna be like either everyone's gonna come to your house or everyone's gonna go to the bar, but no one did that.
I would have more people here. It's just the seatings. Like I think after the first week I had people over, it was like we was all, after we ate food, we was all like laid out, and I'm like, damn, there's not a lot of space. Like Chris was right here, I was right here laid out. I think you were sitting right here. Devontae was in the chair laid out, and then Naeem was just sitting at the table. And it's like I was going to invite more people. They just were busy. Like I think Pez was working, and like other people I invited were all like busy. So, but it's a good thing they didn't come, because there's no more space. Like I think you need like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like a nice setup, like a man cave in the basement or something.
So where the Super Bowl at?
Huh?
Where the Super Bowl at?
We gonna see. Because if the Giants are in it, then I'm going. I don't care. I'm dropping bread on that. I'm not
on the Super Bowl ticket.
Yeah.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year?
I don't even know where it's gonna be at this year.
Is it in Vegas?
You'll fly out to it?
I would go.
It's in Arizona.
That's not that far.
That's even nice.
That's not that far at all.
It's not that far. Arizona's on the opposite side of the country.
Like I said, it's not that far.
Yeah, we can just walk. Just not take the bus.
It's not that far.
Nah. I would definitely go to that though.
But that's like that's one of the main reasons why I'm just like, oh, this fantasy year is gonna be like lit. Because when I played it like a year or two ago or whatever, with my boy TJ, it was kind of like TJ hung out with his girlfriend Taylor. So they were at their house watching the game, and then it was a bunch of random people I did not know. And then his brother always went to his house to watch it with Taylor, and then or he would hang out with his girlfriend at the time. So it was just basically like everyone was doing their own thing. So it felt like I was just like, I could have literally just joined a public fantasy league. You know what I mean? And it would have been like the same shit. So I thought this year, like, because everybody knew each other, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be lit. Like we about to go to the bars and stuff like that, watch the games. Like niggas was like, you want to work Sunday night for me? I'm like, nope. I'm like, absolutely not. And then first week nothing happened, but then I know like week like 4 or 5 or something like that is when I came to your crib. Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be like everyone just watching the game. Like Devontae was getting rowdy. That's what I like. I like the rowdiness. Devontae was getting rowdy. That's why I like going to games. Like when we went to the Giants game, that shit was so lit, bro. But when Devontae was sitting in the chair, Devontae, he was getting, I know how Devontae gets with any type of sports. So this nigga was like, he was like, oh my fucking God. He's like, take his head off. He's like, I love it. And then because like the Eagles is going crazy. Like the Eagles averaged like 17 points in like the first quarter, and like they were still holding true to that, and he was just going crazy. Like that man loves football. And then that's when Chris was like, And like it just brings the energy up, you know, because Chris was then he was laying down, but he got up and he's like matching Devontae's energy now. And then it was just a good time. It was just a good time.
All I'm saying is y'all better not let me win the ring.
Nah.
Y'all better not let me win that ring. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all better not let me.
Nah,
it's gonna be hell for the league.
I can't let that happen.
He said I can't let that happen.
But Raquan, I got a question for you.
What's up?
It's really for like the audience though. Like you just started getting, this is like your second year in fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like from what I known, like you were into football, but like not super into football. Like you wouldn't know who's that guy that went crazy on the Colts the other day?
Oh, Deion Jackson.
Deion Jackson. Like you wouldn't know who Deion Jackson is like 3 years ago. Like a player like Deion Jackson.
Wasn't he like a second string running back?
Bruh, I don't know. But the fact that you know, I was like, damn, like
the Rams? I can't remember. Sorry, continue.
It's like, but that's exactly what I mean. Like you're knowing like a lot more in the span of 2 years. For other people who like kind of know football, would you suggest that they get into fantasy too?
Oh yeah. So there's this guy at my job. He's like a firefighter. No, he's a volunteer firefighter. He's trying to become a firefighter and everything like that. Super cool guy. He is trying to get into football because the firefighters, they all watch baseball and they all watch football. If there's nothing to do, they're probably in front of that TV and they're watching football or baseball. It's one of the two, whatever fuck is on. If baseball's on, they're going for baseball over football. Yeah. But if baseball's not on, then they'll watch football. Which works out for them because there's always either a baseball game or a football game on. Especially Sunday, you know. So he's trying to get into it. I'm just like, I can't help you with baseball, but you know, football, I recommend like you play fantasy with TJ. You know, like just play fantasy with TJ because you'll learn a lot of people that you don't know. You know, you'll get into it in terms of when you're watching the games, you know, who just made a big play and all that stuff. And like, it's a little bit more interactive, you know, because what I do on Sundays for me to learn more about football, I'll just go on my phone and then I'll see someone made a catch and I'm just like, of whatever game I'm watching, and I'll click on the whoever stats it is. So let's say if it's like Giants versus, I don't know, like Eagles. I can't wait for that shit. I'm actually going to buy tickets for that. I think that's like week 14 or 15. But Giants versus Eagles, right? All I have to do is it's not live scoring, but you just click on whatever it is and you see the stats. Or if you go on live scoring, you can see who just made a play and all that stuff, who just made a catch, who just got a touchdown. Sometimes it'll just be some random fucking names that you don't even know. Like it'll be like Jason fucking Kakumpe just made a catch for a touchdown. This is like, who? Yeah, and I feel like that's more interactive, and it's just like I started knowing more people, and I started getting into the defense because it's harder to know the defense through fantasy because they don't really talk about it. You know, they just say like, oh, a sack or an interception. They don't say who made the play really like that, unless if you maybe go on like live scoring. So like if I'm already seeing all the offensive people doing what they're doing, then I can just go on and like that's like it saves the time because now I can go on the depth chart and see who's making big plays. You know, like I didn't know who Sauce Gardner was. All I heard is that he was nasty. I didn't know what team he was on. I didn't know none of that. Now I know he plays for the Jets. You know, but and then like it just makes it more interactive. And I told him like just go out that route and you'll be good. You know, the fantasy app. What I like is like it saves time, so I can like learn all the offensive people. You know, I'm not gonna learn all of them in one day, but you know, once when you start seeing the same name over and over again, it's gonna stick. And then you start seeing like some random ass names. Like now I know kickers. I know kickers before. I didn't care what the fucking kicker's name. The only kicker I knew was Justin Tucker, because the man like never missed. That's the only kicker I ever knew.
And we saw him miss.
Yeah, that was a crazy miss.
I saw his stat. I'm like, Justin Tucker, because Mr. Kick. I'm like, yo, I was like, damn, that's crazy. He's like a crazy like field goal percentage make. It's wild.
Yeah, man's nasty. That's the only kicker I ever knew in my life.
Naeem, you got any advice for like people trying to get into football / fantasy to like how to learn it?
Yeah. Before I say that though, I remember I mentioned this before about like your pants being tight. Them shits is tight today too, but not even that though.
Gym pants, my boy.
That jacket is super tight right now. If y'all, I don't know if y'all can see, But this shit is skin tight on his
your
arms
time to
right
flex
now,
it,
bro.
This your time.
Nah, that shit
This is
is
nothing but.
Nah, that shit is tight as hell, bro.
You know what's crazy too? This is an extra large.
That shit is tight as what? In Asians? Like cause their shit come way smaller than ours.
No, this is US extra large.
That shit tight as hell.
That's what it looks like when
that
you're
shit
getting
shrunken.
bigger.
No, that shit's shrunken a wash or something.
That's what it looks like when you get bigger.
When I said that, yo, someone sent me a clip of one of our episodes, and it was like, yo, why his pants so tight? I was like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. It might be old clothes. I actually do not know, bro.
Hey, well, to answer that nigga who sent the clip, these are gym pants. These will help me squat. Also, my legs getting bigger too. So my thighs, all this meat right here. Pause.
Nah,
them shit. It's not like tight like like you getting big. It's tight like these shits look too small, my boy. Like
you see them calves though? You know what's crazy? Lopez he said the same thing yesterday. He was just like, yo, why your pants so tight? I'm like, they're gym pants. And he was just like, I'm like, and my legs getting bigger? And he's like, no, they not. So he measured, instead of measuring my legs or my hamstrings and everything, he measured my calf. And he was like, yo, it's the same size of my forearm. Lopez got some pretty big forearms. I'm just like, yo, you know, you do realize you're measuring your forearm and saying this is the same size as my calf, right? I'm like, that means my legs are getting bigger. And he was like, nah, that's just your whole leg. I'm like, nigga, what?
I did legs today. Yeah. I'm gonna get to your whatchamacallit real quick, but it was someone y'all know Amir. Amir was on here before, so Amir just started going to the gym.
Yeah.
But he always talking about how I'm a small, something like that. And so, so I asked him like, Amir, how much you squatting? Because he don't really. He said he doesn't like bench pressing, so I couldn't ask him that. So I'm like, how much you squat? He was like, I got the 45s on and sometimes 5 and 10. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm like, but just know that I'm doing 205, 225, like depending on like how many reps I'm doing. So I'm like, why should we talk about scrawny? So I'm like, this levels to this, yo. I'm like, there's levels to this. But he just started going to the gym. But it's nice to see him going to the gym now. I be seeing him this sometimes. But just know that the only I'm not your competition, because the only one I got is a man in the mirror. But just know that, like, I'm lifting more over here. But to what you were saying, Jamar, about people getting into the fantasy, don't bet first. Don't put money if it's your first year doing fantasy, yo. Because it's not like really like NFL or like Madden type or like a lot of players in. Because there might be some players who you really don't know, but they just
start eating. Yeah.
Yes. And you really want to watch out for injuries too. Look on the waiver wire and stuff like that. See who's a free agent, who you could pick up. Because this is a lot. It's a lot to like really like know. Like you might know like some names on like say like a defense where it's like kind of hard to know. Like say you might know I'm trying to think of a person like what's a defense that got some notable players but that aren't really that good. Or say if you're like you have a favorite team. Like say my team is the Saints. And I wouldn't pick up the Saints defense. I mean, they're actually pretty solid right now, but they've been doing a couple of injuries. But just because that's your favorite team doesn't mean you got to get these players from your team, yo. Like, a lot of people get that confused. Chris, for example. Yeah. Chris had, like, 4 Packer players on his team.
Damn.
Yes, and I'm just like, bro, like, and maybe doing the same thing with Cowboy players, too, yo. I'm like, y'all got to, I'm trying to win, so y'all can keep doing it if y'all want. But it's like, don't do that.
It'd be asked when your players get injured mid game. Yeah. Because I remember I was facing, I think it was Chris or Pape. I think it was Chris, and that's when the game that it came down to the wire. And the only reason why I won is because his wide receiver got injured at the start of the game and went out first quarter. And then
is that how Jamar beat you with Tua?
And then someone else, yeah, that's how Jamar beat me. Yeah, that was sad though. Niggas started throwing up gang signs.
Gang signs.
Tua.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. I'm not in no game.
I thought you were talking about Jamar. I'm like, what?
Not in any game.
Tua. That was just sad though. Like,
yeah.
Like it was a loss, but I'm just like, like, you know, he got a concussion. Like, there's no fault against him.
For y'all that don't know, I would say it was like 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks maybe. It was
Tua?
like
Was that long?
Tua?
Yeah,
Like 3.
I thought it was like 3. Yeah,
3 weeks when he played, like when he threw up like the gang signs, when he got hit and threw up the gang signs.
Yeah,
because I was looking at it like when he was playing on yesterday or Sunday, and like 4 weeks ago he got tackled, he hit his head, and when he got up, he like stumbled. Then he kept walking, shook his head, and then he fell to the ground.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins said,
and his linemen try to help him up too. They was trying to walk with him.
And the Dolphins organization said that it was a back injury. That's why he fell. Well, I'm like, why is he like? Well, why is his back if he's shaking his head? Like, what did I gotta do? Anyways, they let him play that Thursday. So when they play on Thursday, it's a shorter week because it's only from Sunday to Thursday instead of Sunday to Sunday. He played on Thursday, got tackled again, and this time like he was like stiff on the ground. They had to bring out like a stretcher, and like his hands were like curled up. And
I think his eyes were closed too.
Yeah, like he was really bad. They brought him to the hospital, and I think that's when they officially said that was like the first time he was concussed. Fast forward to 3 weeks later, which is like this Sunday, he played, and he didn't even look like he had a concussion. He was playing.
He was running into people.
Yeah, he was running. He was not playing it safe. Like that first drive he did, but after that, he was trying to like
get too physical.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's crazy, and like I don't know, like it just. I feel like they should take better.
I know
care.
I know that when they said it was a back and neck injury, like both of those, when they said it was that, you can lie on a concussion test. The only thing is like it's up to the doctor to, and this is why the doctor got fired, the specialist, whoever was checking him. It's up to them to be able to still see the signs. Like they can even check the replay, and like you can see it clear as day. That it was either a concussion or some type of brain trauma. Yeah, you know, like you can see it clear as day. And then that's where it's like the NFL sadly just sometimes does not care, and you know they'll just want the win or like the money or both. You know, because wins come with money too. So it's just like they're not going to care, and they're just going to send them out there. You know, so they fired the specialist that was checking up on him, but I feel like it should just go a little bit deeper, because I think you said something on the podcast before where there was a guy that had cancer, and then the NFL tried to say it was something else, and then they still had him play anyway, and he almost died.
Tackle, he plays for.
I don't remember. Was it the Steelers?
No, Trent.
Trent Williams.
Yeah,
he's on the Niners right now. Yeah, he had cancer.
Yeah. Like they're not gonna care.
The team doctor said it was like something. It was probably something else, but it ended up being cancer. Which is crazy, and he could have died from it. But he can't sue the NFL because like when you sign your contract and stuff like that, you're saying like you can't sue. I don't know exactly what it's called, but you can't sue them, which is crazy.
This is freaking crazy. Like you know, but they don't care. They're just gonna you sign up to get paid millions, but you have to sell them basically your body, you know. And it's just like it depends how you look at it. It's just like, you know, they're getting paid millions to play a game, but it's just like if you have a serious situation like Tua, you know, it's just like, are they going to actually take care of you, or are they just gonna you know, like send you back out there and just say like, oh well, like fuck it, you seem good, you know.
The thing is with like these injuries and stuff like that, why like players are so like up in arms about it like this, because like one, like especially like after the league and stuff like that, a lot of the average NFL lifespan, like for an average player, like for anybody, I think it's like 3 years in the league. And so like a lot of people, they make money but then don't have anything after that, like cause they don't. Most of the NFL was like percentage was like black. The black people who come from like lower income families don't know how to manage money correctly and stuff like that. So like they just want like stuff like that, where especially like when you're sacrificing your body, like oh like I don't fuck is called, man, but like they wanted to make sure like they were taken care of after the league and stuff like that too, just like for like their mind, body, to what places they can go and shit like that, especially. And then they want the league to also like to like let these people know like what you're getting into when you're signing up for this job and stuff like that. Like so like a lot of people didn't know about concussions like years ago and stuff like that, and the effects of CTE and stuff like that. And so like you playing the game, sacrificing your body. But the NFL is really not trying to. They really tried to brush this whole like concussion shit to the side like years ago. It's like that. And so, but this was important stuff because like this is gonna affect your body later down the road, and
it can also kill you too.
Exactly. So this became important. So like, damn, like y'all trying to brush this aside. Like we need to know this shit like for ourselves. Like some people might want to, if they found out this now, they might want to end the career now early, like shit like that. You see Andrew Luck end his career early because of injuries and stuff like that. I know Megatron, he retired earlier too. I think that had to do more with the business side though, with like the line and stuff like that. But there's it was another person that retired early. I think Travis Frederick from the the Cowboys, the center or the guard. He retired early too, and it's like these people are young, like retiring. It's like damn. Luke Kuechly, like when I loved using him in Madden, retired early, like injury stuff like that. It's just like because they know it's gonna affect them later down the road.
So and they don't want to risk it.
They want their mind and body
be right
later down the road.
So then you take the money now, and then hopefully there's someone that can guide you and like help you manage your money or something, because you can pay somebody for that. You can even pay like a stockbroker if you wanted to, and then just be like, hey, like I need you to help me make more money. But you have to pick like the right one, because stockbrokers, like they don't give a fuck if they lose your money. They don't really give a fuck. But if you have like your own personal one, then it's a different story, because like you're actually meeting them and you can actually know who the fuck you're talking to. But if you're just doing it on the phone and stuff like that, which I don't recommend, but I know that's a forgotten trend for some people, because a lot of retail now invests on their phone, but some people still actually do it where it's just on the phone and you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. And if you say like, oh yeah, like sign me up for, let's say if you have a good amount of money where you can just spend $10,000, you're like, oh yeah, sign me up for $10,000 for whatever stock that you was just talking about. I trust you, right? Like they get a commission for that, and from there they don't give a fuck if you get money or not. They already got their commission from it, like their little sign-on bonus, which is, that's why I feel like if you're at that point in the NFL, if like you have that much money, you should definitely like just look to see what's out there, because you already have the money and the money's going to attract people. And if you can get someone personally where it's just like, what I would do is I would get somebody that would invest the money for me, and I'll give them like on average like a 2 to 5% return, but they're probably doing that for multiple clients. So imagine 2 to 5%, like $1 million each year for each motherfucker that they're doing. Like they're making money, And if you're really making me money, then we could talk bigger numbers like 7 to 10%. But like you gotta be on that level for me to want to give you 7 to 10%.
I was listening to I think it was First Take. They were talking more about the like Tua situation, and like I don't know, but like I feel like Tua is really going to try, because I think this is his like contract year, so like he has to do good to like
probably why he was not giving a fuck and just running out there.
What is his third year in the NFL?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and like he's already got like, everyone thinks he's like gets injured too much. He hasn't been like doing like super crazy, so like he's gonna want to have to get out there, and like
he also has weapons around him now too.
So like there's no excuses why he's not doing well. So that's why he wants to get out there. I just think it's like it's gonna hurt football. Like if it blew up, but like it could have went even worse, like with the concussion thing. Like with him, if I don't know, if something crazy happened, even worse than what happened to him now, like that'll be a bad look. And like I like football. Like I understand like people want to like tough it out, like why Tua wants to do that. But like I don't know. I feel like they could have done something a little bit better, because like I know when I was playing football in high school, my mom was always like, oh, she didn't want me to play because she didn't want me to get injured. And like if a situation like that happened when I was playing football, like I probably wouldn't even be able to play. And like she's trying to get into football now, so she didn't really see it. She's not aware of it, but like there could be some parents out there that like don't want their kids to play football or not letting their kids play football because of incidents like that and how it was handled. I would say is like if you're in that situation, you gotta like check out other doctors, like what Trent Williams did, and that's how he found out he actually had cancer, because he kept going to different people. So just protect yourself out there and let your kid play football.
I know. If they were gonna do anything where it's like it gets to like soccer, or I guess you could say the true football, because the rest of the world calls it football. Like if it was gonna be like something where it's like that, you would need, I think, for the NFL where they actually want to like take care of their people, because you would need more money for them at least to feel comfortable. Basically like how soccer is, because they take care of those people, they make sure that they're good, but they spend all this money on teams, like the owners spend all these money on teams to make sure that these kids basically are good, because they pick up those kids young, like 16, like 17 years old, like they pick up these kids young, but like but it's also not a contact sport like football. But even when someone gets injured, like like you got people rushing out immediately, getting the stretcher, like they waste no time, no bullshit. Like they got everyone called up, ready on deck, like ready to go. But it's just like, because the game produces so much money, and it has so much supporters that like if they get a bad look, You know, they're getting a bad look across the world through millions of people compared to the U.S., whereas it's like, or U.S. football, like, it's, you know, we have, you know, you still have a couple million of people watching it, but it's not on the level of, you know, like soccer. So soccer, like if some big shit happens, like that shit might be on the news. You know what I mean? Compared to football, like it might be on the news, but it's just like how many people are actually going to be watching it? Because not a lot of people watch football, you know?
Which is crazy because not a lot of people watch like
the NFL.
Not NFL. Just like football in general, like our football compared to like soccer.
Okay, yeah.
But the NFL is the biggest sports league in the world.
What?
I promise you, bro.
That's crazy.
It's like biggest. It's like in terms like value.
Oh, value. Okay,
yes.
okay.
But in terms of viewership, I don't know. But like in terms of like the value of the NFLs, like even like the big soccer leagues in Europe and stuff like that, NFL is still the biggest in the world. Which I was surprised by when I saw. I was like, damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
That valuable.
So people in the US is just throwing money at it?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, a lot, but it's big over in. People do watch NFL in Europe, like like especially when they go to play in London. They're playing in Germany now too this year. People watch it. Like they have.
So it's like slowly creeping in.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's just like there's other football leagues in the world. Like Canada has a CFL. I'm pretty sure there's other leagues. There's definitely other like football leagues in the world too, but it's not as big. And their players aren't as good. If you want to play football, your best opportunity is to go to the CFL or the NFL. Like that's only. I mean, there's like we have arena football, but it's nowhere near as big as the NFL is. NFL got a. It's not a monopoly because anybody could have a league, but like it's just like
they're not gonna get the views.
The market share of just football is just like they got it. The XFL, I hope the XFL does good. Cause I was gonna go to one of their games when they played close to COVID.
I wonder if they're ever gonna bring out of female football teams. Like I know that they do what is it, the lingerie shit? You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't even know what the fuck that shit's called.
Not.
Huh?
I'll tell you right. They're not.
You don't think so?
No.
Not enough supporters for it?
Have you seen enough support for the WNBA?
That's true, but I know football could maybe be different. You never know though.
They won't. The reason why I think it's just because like it's the same reason why a lot of people don't watch WNBA. It's not the same.
It's not as explosive.
It's and people will say that it's literally not the same. Women's basketball is not the same as men's basketball. There's a lot of different things. Like they're more in women's basketball. They're more fundamental and like ball movement
technical,
and stuff like that. And it's because like they don't have the athletic ability as men to do the same things. And so people do want to see some level of closeness to that. And so when people say like, so the women's basketball, the 3-point line is further in, so it's not as, and then their ball is smaller. And so when people say like, yo, like y'all aren't dunking the ball, and like, oh, we don't have to dunk the ball, but people want to see that. People do still, even if we don't like,
they should lower the rim too.
So but when people say that you should lower the rim,
I know they get mad about it.
I understand because like they're saying, oh, we could do the same thing, but if y'all could do the same, I'm not saying y'all can't, but I'm like, y'all have a smaller ball and a 3-point line is already further in. So like they're already giving you like, I guess some type of leeway because y'all not shooting as far as men's. Even they are skilled. Like if you see their game, they're skilled.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
I know one of them will cross me up for sure.
I'll say more of the top ones. If you see their game, like they do have skill because they can't rely on athletic ability. Like they're not dunking, but like people still doing. If you load a rim and you see another woman, like right on somebody, like punch that. Like,
you'll watch it.
Hey, bro, top 10 sports center, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, that shit would be crazy, bro. But like,
it also bring more hype to the league too.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's crazy because I remember this was like a couple years ago. I remember sometimes like have you seen athletes refer to other athletes by the number like number 7 Cole? Or
you're talking about I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So there was Andre Iguodala. This is a couple years ago. It was just crazy because like the NBA players are. I was just watching a clip of this. NBA players are like the biggest support of the WNBA. Like nobody supports the WNBA more than like NBA players and stuff like that. But like there's cases of like where I'm talking about where Andre Iguodala, he was like he said like number 23 on a Mystics is nice, or like I see you or something like that. I don't know the exact number. I don't know the exact number. I'm just saying 23. And then she was like, my name is this and this and that. I can't remember her name though. And she was like, if you want to say something, like say my name. And it's kind of like, but the way I knew the way she was saying it. It's like, damn, he was just shouting you out. Like it wasn't. There was no type of disrespect to what he was saying, but like you took it as some type of.
And
disrespect.
that's just a normal thing. I think it's because she probably sees stuff where it's like where LeBron or Curry or Vince Carter back in his prime and all that stuff. Well, he's still gonna get a shout out of his name. Like they get shout outs of their names because they were like big, like role players. So it's just like usually people don't associate them with their number. Like you probably still know their number, but no one actually says their number. They go like, oh shit, like Curry's nasty, so that's probably what she wanted. She wanted like the acknowledgement. However, everybody in sports, even back when I used to play ball, like they call you by your number. You know what I mean? Everyone like acknowledges you by their number. It's just like part of the game. Everyone goes like, oh shit, like number 22 is nasty over there. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's just how it is. So I think I remember when I saw that when it came out, that shit was definitely an overreaction. But I think it's just because like they've all wanted like the acknowledgement for so long, where it's just like that's what she was focused on. Like she was comparing like, oh, but like Curry gets this, so you should say this like to me. You know what I mean? I think that's all she cared about in this situation, which was just an overreaction. She should have just took the compliment and said thank you. Because it brings light to her name, especially if Iguodala is like saying something about her. It's like, oh shit, like if you see that tweet, someone might just click on this shit and like look at it.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I feel like with people coming at your neck like that all the time, you might be a little defensive. But I don't know. Maybe the beef kind of gave more popularity because, like, if she didn't get mad about it, like, would you have heard the story? Do you think you would have heard that story?
Yeah, but the thing is like especially if it's someone that like if you played sports before, which is not everyone for like sports, but like a good majority of people that have played sports or played some type of sports, or they just love the idea of sports and they get really into it, typically watch that sport. Right. So if she's just being negative over something that's clearly like outlandish, like to be mad about, and I'm not saying like she doesn't have to be mad about it. You're entitled to be mad about whatever fuck that you want. That could be like the sky is blue and you just get pissed off and be like, no, it's not. Be mad at whatever you want. But it's just like if she wants to be mad about that, and clearly it's something that she shouldn't really be mad about, then I'm not gonna go out of my way to just like look to see what she can do and stuff like that, because it just creates a negative stigma. It's just gonna be like she's just this person that's just gonna like freak out and get mad. You know what I mean? Like imagine if LeBron did that, and like he's one of the biggest players in the world, like he gets paid like what, like he's one of the top athletes now, like he joined the $1 billion club with like Tiger Woods and everybody up there.
Tiger Woods don't got no billion.
And no, Tiger Woods, he used to get he was in the $1 billion club. I don't know if he's still up there, but he was up there.
I never remember him. I know Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
but I don't know Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods was up there.
I got into this. I don't know about that.
So like imagine if LeBron, like someone goes like, hey, number 28's nasty. LeBron's just gonna either not look at that tweet, or he might like the tweet, or he might be like, oh, good looks, man. You know what I mean? 28 is not his number, but you know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, like good looks, man. He's not gonna go like, oh, you know who the fuck I am, like make sure you get it right next time. You know what I mean? Especially the way that LeBron gets hate, like why bring even more hate to himself? Because everyone's just gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is good with you? You know what I mean? Like there was no need for her to just get all
I feel
pissed off for no reason. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's some Katie Russell Westbrook type of shit. Like Katie be like, oh, like what was Westbrook? Number 0 on the Thunders is nice, or he did well today, like a little comment like that. But like it's like, oh, like the media might be like, oh, like what's going on between Katie and Russ? Like, oh, why didn't he say his name? Or like try to feed into it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but she said it though. It wasn't the media. She said that, and it's kind of so like I know they say like good. Like I mean, any publicity is good publicity, but it's like damn for the WNBA, y'all don't need any type of bad publicity because the way people already look at the WNBA as like less, and so and it's kind of so when I saw that I was kind of like damn, like that was like really like the wrong response in my opinion. Like it was like damn, like
she should have said thank you and like
or said nothing at all. Like she could have just liked it, but it was kind of like damn, like because people already look at y'all like, and then it's kind of like damn. So and there was another instance with that with Luka Doncic. I think somebody on the Dallas WNBA's team, I forgot what they're called, like the Dallas Stars. No, that's a hockey team. I don't know. The Dallas WNBA team. So Luka Doncic had a jersey of the Rookie of the Year for their WNBA team, shouting them out. And so the Minnesota Lynx, which is the Minnesota's WNBA team, and they was like, "Oh, you're only doing this for publicity. You never even seen a WNBA game." And I was kind of like, "I'm like, yo, they're social." I'm like, "Why?" Like,
and that's gonna make a fan not even want to watch it.
I'm like,
still.
"Why would y'all do like that's like, like it was just like it was. I felt like it was a bonehead move. Like I know social media teams are supposed to be funny and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, damn, y'all are proving the point that people don't watch the WNBA, but y'all trying to get viewers for the NBA. And it's kind of like, and y'all a business, and
they also want more money, but I don't think they understand like they can't get more money. One, the NBA already funds the fucking WNBA to basically run.
They lose money from that too, like because it's not the WNBA has their profit. I think it's like in a negative. So I think that NBA is actually losing money by keeping
it alive. Yeah, so the NBA basically just pays money out for the WNBA to run. And the fact that the NBA players are being so supportive, because the NBA players could not be supportive at all and not shout them out and not give a fuck, right? And then just wait for it to slowly die. And then those NBA players, when that organization's cut out, all those profits can either go to them or like funding the NBA or maybe like getting bigger contracts or something like that, right? So they're technically sacrificing money to try to help them get somewhere, right? Yeah. Which is already great, right? But the thing is like they ask for more and more and more, and it's just like you can't get more if you don't get the views. If you don't get the views, like it's just basic economics, you know?
Exactly. And it's because I know that they kept saying, "Oh, we want to get paid more," and stuff
they
like
want
that.
to get paid as much as the people in the NBA, and it's just like it's impossible.
Yeah, I'm like, I know. Y'all know how business works. I'm talking about the WNBA players. So I'm like, y'all know, like it's actually not like possible until y'all start bringing in more revenue. Like y'all got to bring in viewers. Y'all got like these
people actually want to buy your products,
and like y'all can't negotiate like TV deals and stuff like that, because TV deals help players get paid too. So like if like, and the only way you're gonna get paid from to get a bigger TV for the WNBA, like, is if y'all start bringing more viewers. So like, the more y'all gotta fill up seats, stadium, y'all gotta sell out more. Y'all gotta sell more jerseys and stuff like that. It's really like it's a business. So I know they know how business work. Like I hope the best for the WNBA. Like I have no problem. Like it's like I got myself I got a Skylar Diggins jersey, but like it's business though. So like nothing's guaranteed in a business. So like y'all just gotta like do more. Like I know like. Yo, I like, especially if y'all see the comments or like on on posts of like, they're like, why y'all putting this up here? And then they're trying to get them more included in like ESPN posts or Sports Center posts and stuff like that. And so like, I don't mind that shit and stuff, but like, it's still on them though. Like they got, especially like not doing what what the woman did to like Andre Iguodala. Like that's not gonna help bring anybody, especially because the way people be riding for.
I know some of them also do. Some of them actually have OnlyFans links.
No way.
So there was this one girl, I forgot her name, but she's like a center for whatever fucking team, and she posts like these sexy pictures on Instagram and everything like that. But on her thing, it says OnlyFans link, and then I was just like, wow. That's fucking crazy. Not all of them have it, but it's just like, wow, that's fucking crazy. It's just like you can't be in the league and have I forgot her name. I'll find it. But it's just like you can't be in the league and have you know, an OnlyFans thing. Is just like people are just gonna look at you and be like, oh, like she's just an OnlyFans girl. You know what I mean? Like she's not in the league.
And I know like since the WNBA players don't get paid like I won't say enough, they still get paid. Like I know they still get paid. Like I got an average
around 6 figures, hopefully.
I don't know what the exact pay is, but that's why some of them go play overseas and stuff like that. Like you've seen Brittany Griner, she was playing overseas in Russia. She got locked up for drug possession.
9 years.
There's
9 years.
I know. Yeah,
I mean, nuts.
I know, but
she shouldn't have did it in the first place. Like she kind of put herself in that situation.
Yeah, and people saying, oh, like I see this online where it's like she was wrongfully convicted. And I know exactly, we know exactly what's going on with Russia, the U.S., Ukraine, and war and stuff like that. That probably did play a part in it. Like I wouldn't even count that out, but like that was their law. Yeah. Like you can't you can't go to another country, break their law, and be like, oh, she was wrongfully convicted.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's just like, especially if you go to another country and break their law, it's not wrong. You broke their law. Like, and like we know weed is legal in certain states over here, and so, but like it's not over there. Like it's completely different, bro.
Yeah. It's like if you were
15 years ago, it would have been the same shit here.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Like it's even down to clothing. If you wear camo and you go to some places, like in the Caribbean, they can put you in the jail. Like that. Like they see that you're wearing camo, they'll lock you up. It doesn't even matter.
And I know like in Jamaica, if you like if you're performing, you can't curse, you can get locked up for that. And I was crazy. Like, damn, exactly. I'm like, wow. Even though that doesn't seem crazy over here, but over there, that's a thing.
That's how they have it.
Yo, what you think about like if they had some WNBA players into like the All-Star challenges, like the 3-point challenge,
but like the NBA was. But
it's like the NBA's All-Star, but they bring like one person up for like the 3-point.
I don't think they should just bring one person. I think they should bring in like a good amount of 3-point shooters. If you just bring one person as representation, I don't think it's enough.
So the NBA fans wouldn't like it. And if you're saying a 3-point contest, I'm sorry, their 3-point line is further than ours is further than theirs.
True,
but if they can practice and like,
I'm sure pretty good at practice, but I'm saying like. I'm just saying NBA fans. Yeah. We know how NBA fans are. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, they want to see it. But I remember last year they were talking about how if you want to like they were talking about like how to get WNBA more included into stuff like that. They were saying like have them play at halftime of the All-Star game or something like that, like or some quick game or some shit like that. And I was like, that actually don't sound like a bad idea. Like you get to see some of these stars out, like some of their stars. They're saying like bring some of the top stars, something like that. I don't know what it was. All-Star game or some shit like that. I don't know, but I'm like, it's an idea.
It's a good idea unless if people start leaving the stadium.
No one's gonna leave in the All-Star game.
No, if it's just them playing, and you said during halftime.
Yeah.
If it's just them playing, like you can just leave the stadium and you just come back when it's done.
Leave the arena and come back in.
But you're not allowed to
leave your seat.
No, leave your seat. You just leave your seat.
I mean, people want to leave during at halftime anyway to get food.
But if a lot of people leave, you know what I mean.
People came there for one reason, not the All-Star. The women's they came for the WNBA, but it's still some type of something.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's like if they're playing during the halftime game and everything like that, and then people are just like, fuck this, and they just go grab some food. Everyone's just chilling out in the fucking. It's not like a lobby, but you know what I'm talking about, like that little ring. Yeah. Everyone's chilling out because it's like I don't want to watch this shit. That would be a bad sign, you know.
But it's I'm pretty sure that would happen, but it's still probably more viewers than what they're getting, especially during All-Star. If it was televised too.
True.
They're getting more, especially on All-Star weekend. They're getting more viewership than their NBA. Their finals game.
That's true. Hopefully.
Like, do you know when the WNBA finals is?
Nope.
Exactly.
I don't even know.
I think there's like some time between like I think it's after the NBA. I think it's like sometime in the summer. I think when the finals is. I'm not even sure to be honest.
I don't even think their trophies as impressive either, but they just don't have the revenue for it.
I know. Was it I don't know if it was an All-Star trophy or their MVP trophy for the finals game, but it was
like that little small ass
I saw. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, y'all making why y'all do this stuff to make the WNBA look bad? Y'all should they should have changed the trophy. Like,
just to get some big ass trophy.
Trophies get changed all the time. Like the NBA finals one just got changed. They added some like silver stripes, like the basketball stripes. I thought it was ugly though. I thought the other one looked better. But trophies get changed all the time. Yeah, y'all can change that little ass trophy, yo.
NBA trophies, they be looking tough sometimes too.
Like y'all giving the internet more fuel just to like troll the WNBA. And I'm like, damn, bro. When I saw that trophy, I'm like, I already know this.
Yeah, I saw it was some bullshit. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it was the MVP one.
It was one of them. Yeah, it was one some of the bullshit. Trophies. I was like, damn, like y'all set them up for that one. Facts. Little ass trophy.
And
it looked like a participation trophy.
It really did.
Okay. And if you, the owner of the WNBA, or you run it, if you want more advice how to bring in more money, make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll get you some. We'll get you right. We'll get you right. But you know what show is actually popular in like Ireland, Northern Ireland? That's another thing. I didn't peep. Huh?
No, we don't know.
Did I tell you before?
No.
What?
All right. Yeah. My fault.
Actually, had me confused because you said no, we did not know.
I said don't know.
No, because you said it twice, and then he looked at you and he was just like, "Wait, did I tell you?" And it's just like he just said.
No, because I thought he was being sarcastic and shit. But anyways, fucking Power.
Really?
Power is popular. Like, at my job, I have like interns from Ireland and stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, they know Power. Like they can say characters and quote it and shit. And I'm thinking, out of all the things, Power? I didn't know Power. Like I don't even think like You like y'all. I can name a character and y'all would know who they are. But
I haven't watched Power.
And like that's crazy. And like
actually, I know Ghost and all that shit, but that's the main people.
There was some famous person. I can't remember who it was.
In Power?
No. Like I was naming like I don't want to say LeBron.
In Power?
It was just no. Like in basketball, like a celebrity in America that I thought like they would know. I think
Michael
it was,
Jordan, probably.
I think it was LeBron. I think
didn't know LeBron?
I mentioned like it was a girl, but like she didn't know who LeBron was. But like she knew who Power was. I'm like,
She probably knew who Michael Jordan was though.
Maybe I can ask on Monday.
She probably knows who Michael Jordan is. That's like a widespread name.
Yeah, I thought LeBron was too.
Or Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, like I thought those names were like.
There's people who don't know LeBron in America.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't
like,
you remember that time he was on the Cavs and he was on the train and he he was next to LeBron?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel
there
like
was another one with the Celtics players.
What's up?
No, continue.
I said I feel like he's more popular than Power. That's why I was so shocked about
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
Yes. In the show Power, yes, LeBron is.
You think LeBron's more popular than the show Power?
Yes.
There's people that watch Power that don't watch basketball. Like my girl, she
I'm
watches.
not saying people
But
do.
she
I'm
knows
just
of LeBron.
LeBron is more
knows.
popular. It's not even a debate. Like what are you talking about here?
Shit. I don't know. I guess
LeBron is known in China. Do you think they watching Power in China?
There's a chance.
Shit. Now
No.
I think there's,
There's a chance.
Now I think there's a chance. The fact that they know it.
There's
like,
people changing their VPN on Netflix so then you can watch other shows that show in like other countries.
Yeah,
so there's a chance. I thought about doing that too, to watch old shows, because they have old shows over in Europe that you can watch, and you just change the VPN that they took off of Netflix. You just have to change the VPN. I thought about doing it, but I never did.
Nah, speaking of the interns at your job, I remember during the summer. So we had a basketball group chat. So when like we would just hit up like, yo, anybody trying to hoop today? This and that. So that's what we were always asking a group chat. So Jamar one day he was like, yo, there's some interns from my job from Ireland. He was like, y'all trying to play some soccer. He sent it to the basketball group chat. And I was just like, yo, what? Yo. I said, you just asked. It was a group full of mostly black people too. And so I'm like,
there's some black people that play soccer.
That's what I was thinking.
But these is
like Mbappe. That nigga's nasty.
But you'll see more African black people play soccer. Mostly play soccer. Maybe some Caribbean people,
but not Americans.
No.
Yeah.
And so when
that makes sense. That's true.
And so when he asked, I'm like, come on, I just sent a meme, like, come on, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, ain't anybody here trying to play no soccer, bro?
Yeah,
like,
I can find the chat. There's some people in there that I figured would want to play.
Christian?
Chris.
And Lopez was in there, right? That's it.
Lopez.
Maybe
Patino
Rohan
might play. Rohan might play.
Well, okay, that's like I said, some Caribbeans in the poppies.
Only reason why I would play soccer is if I was playing goalie. I can't dribble for shit.
Yeah, I'm a tough goalie. Yeah. I'm a tough goalie.
Exactly. Like,
but
it's just something to do.
But now you're right though about the Caribbean soccer. That shit is lit. They have down in Barbados. I think all of the schools have soccer goals, but there's like no basketball at all. It's just niggas playing soccer or cricket. Cricket is lit.
I never played.
Huh?
Cricket? I never played.
I played it down in Barbados, but you don't play it up here. Like no one plays that shit up here. That's more of like an English sport.
Yeah, English, Indian. I know they got it in Australia too. They like cricket down under.
Down facts. Yeah, but cricket's lit and soccer's lit, but only if I'm playing goalie. I can't dribble. I like kicking it and saving it. Which is basically goalie.
Did y'all have that soccer tournament like in middle school, like for your like Spanish? Did you guys like ever take an enrichment class, like Spanish enrichment, Italian enrichment, French enrichment?
What school? Wait, what year was this?
Maybe 6th or 7th grade. You might have did it.
A soccer tournament? I remember a soccer tournament. I just don't know if it was for my enrichment classes.
Well, I remember in I was in Spanish enrichment, and so we had the Spanish me at the soccer tournament, and so I was the goalie. I only let up one goal the whole time. Our team won. Only let up one goal. I had used my brother's I used to cause lacrosse gloves as and it was just big as hell too. But I was blocking everything, and it was at one point I had messed up my knee. Remember I told you that time where I fell because my epilepsy busted up my knee. So that was the only time I let it because like I had a bad knee and it was pussing during the game too. But I was still out there. I was still out there though, moving just to block. That's the only time I let it because my knee was just like damn. I couldn't get to the ball in time, but. I remember that time I was out there tough playing goalie, man. Full size goals too. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here.
When we played, either I played goalie or it was mostly Allen.
Allen?
Yeah.
Allen, you remember Allen?
Mhm.
Is that a game?
No, Alan.
person.
Alan Maldonado. His brother is Ivan. So it was either he played mostly goalie or I played goalie, and like this is when we played for fun. Alan played for the actual fucking schools, and Friedenheisen he was actually for varsity, not Friedenheisen. Marsan High School, he was varsity for that, for goalie. But when we played, it was just like me playing goalie, and then whenever I was doing ass at goalie. And I could like just let up like one goal. He like, Raquan, we switching. I'm like, damn, nigga. Like, I'm just, but he just like playing goalie, and he stuck with it. And he played goalie.
You got one mess up.
Yeah, he stuck with goalie though. So like, you can just tell that he loved the sport way more than me. I was more so of a basketball kid. But yeah,
you know what sport I wish we played more often in the summer? Kickball.
I'm a tough first baseman. See, everybody wants to be pitcher. Once everybody wants to be pitcher, I'm switching to somewhere else. I'm gonna be first base.
Over at Abbott.
Really?
Yeah. They have kickball tournaments there.
I'm not trying to do a tournament.
No,
just
like I'm saying, but like they already have the field. Like they take care of it and they have it set up over at the it's basically where the baseball shit is.
You gotta play kickball on a softball field so you can roll the ball good.
On the softball field?
A softball field it's all dirt. There's no like grass in the middle.
No, but they have the baseball field over there at Abbott. So you just can roll it on there.
It's really a softball field. It's a baseball field, but it's all dirt. It's not only Caldwell's a baseball field.
Caldwell, what was that?
That's a Flagler.
Oh,
that's the basketball because they have the green and the risen mound. Abbott's the actual softball field. But yeah, I'm first baseman. That's where I be at. That's where I be at.
I like playing outfield.
Nah, that's not me.
Yeah, I like outfield just because you can make some crazy ass catches, and I like diving for the ball too. Like if you really gotta dive for that motherfucker, you just dive, sacrifice your body. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker when you land on your stomach. That's why you just gotta
that shit don't bother me.
You just gotta tighten up your abs. Just get ready for that landing because that shit might hurt.
I'm tough in volleyball.
Volleyball?
You are
spiking that shit.
Remember the volleyball tournament?
No, but I wasn't on the team, but I was there watching y'all.
You weren't?
Nah.
Oh, you and Jamar were on the team.
Yeah, I was there watching y'all, but I wasn't on the team.
And we won us, bro. We beat the girls volleyball team, bro. They were tough, bro. Bro, there was this. She had like 7 straight points off a serve. We could not hit that shit over. It was going right over the net to the ground. We could not hit it. It was like, damn, bro. But we beat the girls volleyball, but they was tough to beat. But we won. I remember I had like this.
That's crazy.
Some
untrained motherfuckers beating the girls volleyball team.
Yes, but it was
that's crazy.
We had height to us. Like we had Isaiah Williams on our team, and so like it was, and Devontae was there too. Like we just need some height on our team too. And then I remember I had we were uncoordinated as a motherfucker, bro. Like it was crazy. And so I mean I had this nice save because you only had 3 times to hit it over. The third one had to go over, and it was the last one. Man, I just reached out just hit that bitch, bro. I didn't know if that shit was going over, but it went over, and then we scored 2 after. I'm like, let's go. We won, bro. It was we burst them in the finals. It was just like, damn, bro. It was tough. It was a tough win. Going against a girls volleyball team, and they play volleyball like they doing call outs and shit like that. They know how to rotate whatever and shit like that.
Yeah, and they be doing like fake hits.
Yeah,
like you have
doing that shit.
What be getting me is when like they serve it up. And then 2 niggas will come and fake spike, and then that's when the third person comes out of nowhere and just slams that shit. I'm like,
that
wow.
should be so tough, bro. I like watching like nice volleys like between the 2 teams, and then they just be like going all out for that shit diving. I be diving, I'll dive too. I'll dive on a hard ass ground.
You need knee pads for that shit because they be sliding across on that shit. They be diving, especially when they spike it. When you spike it, like you have to have some crazy ass reaction time. So you have to like get down low and then hit that shit up, and that should be crazy. I think it's cool how they allow it for it to hit your head though, and it still counts as like a pop up. Yeah.
My church has like a volleyball tournament every year during the summer. They haven't had it for like the past like some years because of COVID, and so maybe they had that shit next year. But I remember it was like you have to be 16 to play. So I remember my first year, I was happy. So I'm like, yes, I'm about to play some volleyball because I know I'm good at volleyball. So I couldn't wait. Yeah. So I remember I woke up that morning and like sometimes if I sleep wrong, like my neck would be hurting, shit like that, crooking your neck. And so I remember I woke up and I moved it too fast and I knew like my neck was already hurting, but it goes away after a while. But I moved it too fast and my neck was stuck. I couldn't move it. And so like I'm sitting like the whole like it's kind of like I couldn't move it past a certain point, and this is the day of the volleyball tournament, yo, on a Sunday. I'm like, bro, nah, today's my first year. Bro, I'm trying to play. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so like I tell my mom, like, and people know, like people can see like the way I'm moving my like, you all right? I'm like, nah, I can't move my head. Like I couldn't move it like to a certain point. So like during the whole church service, I'm just like deep massaging my neck, like
just trying to get loose.
Yes, and then it finally worked. Like but it hurt though too. Like when I moved it, but then I was finally able to move it, but it still like hurt though. It didn't hurt, but it just hurt though. And I'm like, damn. But I still play that day. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, I'm playing. Like I don't care, bro. Like, and so there was just so I remember this. And I was on my mom's team, which is crazy. Like I got picked on my mom's team, and so she knew what I was dealing with too, like my neck. And so there was this one point where the ball came over. And I thought it was going over my head. So I'm like, all right, someone behind me gonna hit it. So I didn't look up over it. And then it landed behind me. And it was like, damn. I'm like, like my fault. Like I didn't know. Like I thought when I was gonna get it, it was going behind me. Like cause I wasn't trying to move my neck because it hurt. So I'm like, someone gonna come get me. Like someone get me. Nope, nobody came. Yeah. I'm like, damn. But I was like, fuck it. But then I play like every other year though. But I can't. Once it comes back again.
You gonna be ready?
I'm gonna be there, yeah. I'm gonna be there. I'm
so
playing.
Now that you've been going to the gym too?
Yeah, got the bounce. The bounce got higher. I'm punching on somebody. I'm punching on somebody.
Let's set up a volleyball game in the summer.
Oh, y'all want that?
Where?
Isn't there one?
Are you talking about like at the beach?
They be playing over there. At what park is that? Burnham?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I definitely see some volleyball.
They play. They play over. I mean, they bring their own stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Where?
What?
Where?
Burnham?
No, where? Where in the park are they playing?
Is it Burnham Park? No, it's not. What's that park over there? What's that one behind Whole Foods?
Oh, okay. You're talking about by Whole Foods? I don't know that.
What's the name of that park? I don't know why I keep saying Burnham because I mean Burnham's over there.
Nah, but when you find that, going back to the kickball thing though. Kickball, when I was a kid, I swear to God, I thought I was gonna go pro as a kickballer. Like that shit used to be so fun. Like and if I wasn't playing outfield and I was pitching, the only reason why people had me pitch is because when I pitched aggressive. Like you put all that force in it. It's like
one of them speedballs. Huh? One of them speedball type pitch. Okay.
I that's what I used to throw. But like when you kicking that shit, I used to like get ready, put all my focus in that shit, wind up that motherfucker. Bud Lake?
Bud Street. No,
Bud Street. Oh, okay. But like I used to wind up my kicks, and you know when you get that good solid kick in and that shit just goes flying, yo, that shit. You would swear to God that there should have been some rule implemented for a home run. But like niggas used to kick like a motherfucker, like Allen. Maldonado, he played soccer, so every time he lined up for that shit was gone. I was just like, nah, this nigga gotta stop kicking, bro. This ain't fair.
I don't see. I never went for them big like bombs because I know like that someone will catch that shit, bro. Because I know the niggas that went out there to catch him, like those athletic motherfuckers. So I'm like, them niggas gonna catch it. So what I do is I can either kick like a line drive or like a quick fast ass like right on the ground, some shit like that. So niggas not catching. I'm like, I can get to at least first. I'm like, someone can give me to second. I'm good. Like I'll do a quick little hit. I'm like, I don't need to do a
line drive or something. Yeah.
Just give me on base. Huh?
You're 4-3?
4-2?
No, 4-3.
4-2. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because to get me on base, I'll steal 2 or 4-2 40 activate me and be gone. Just give me. I think you get to first base and I'm fine.
Nah, you didn't go to Woodland, right? No, not Woodland. Thomas Jefferson.
I went for 1 year.
Did you go to Thomas Jefferson?
Normandy.
Oh, Normandy. So Thomas Jefferson, they had a thing. It was for the 5th graders where it was a basketball tournament against the teachers. But you only played like 2 minutes of the game, which was ass. But they didn't tell us that rule until we actually got down and we all sat down around in the gym and everything like that, ready to play. So this is when I used to play ball like crazy with Domenico in recess. Never outside of school, but the only person I played out of school with was Steven Stramby. I think his last name is whatever. So I used to play with him because he played on a team. So whenever he played on the opposite team. So whenever me and him used to face off in the finals, like we would when we were done, we used to just play 1-on-1 and used to just play 1-on-1 or like give each other pointers and stuff like that. Yeah. So like that shit used to be fun. So me and him were thinking like, oh yeah, we about to eat against the teachers.
Oh, you thought you about to go the whole game?
Yeah, we thought we was gonna play the whole game. Like And then motherfuckers in our class, they used to think that we was actually gonna play the whole game because they knew that we played ball, and me and Steven used to face off against each other. So then they used to be like, it was like, oh, like you guys are gonna play, like you guys are gonna score a lot of points, right? Because they really wanted to beat the teachers.
I'm
like,
dropping 30.
you know what I mean? Like you really wanted to play the teachers because, like, you know, you in 5th grade. This is like you want to beat them because they're older than you and everything. And then me and him were just cocky. We like, yeah, don't worry, like we gonna score and stuff. We played that game for 2 minutes.
I would have been sitting like, what?
I was like, what the fuck is this? And then they're just like, there's like, all right, like you out. Go sit down. And they brought in some other people. I was like, this is some bullshit.
I'm like they're bullshit. Not even good. I'm like, he can't hold me. So I'm like,
right, bro. Right. He just traveled like 9 times. Like, come on now. Like, that shit was crazy. I thought it was going to be like this whole thing, like where they were going to pick like the best students, everything, but they wanted everybody to feel included.
Bro, fuck feeling all included. You not a hooper. Sit your ass out. Let the hoopers be out here. Let me get my time to shine, bro.
I think everyone would have been happy with that too, because some of the girls I know didn't even want to play. Like they went out there and they was just kind of like jogging a little bit. And then because they didn't want to play, they wanted to sit down and just watch the game. You know,
that has to be the worst, bro. Having an unathletic motherfucker on your team, bro. Like who ditzy as hell. I'm like, bro, come on. Especially like I'm talking about volleyball. The teams are random. So you can get an unathletic motherfucker on your team just want to be out there to like, oh, enjoy the time, bro. I'm out here to win. I'm out here to win. Don't like this shit ain't for fun, bro. I'm out here to win. If you ain't trying to win, come on, bro.
Like
get
bowling.
out of the team.
I'm trying to win.
He said going back to it, I was waiting for the perfect opportunity to say this, because you said some bullshit like the games didn't matter.
You said
that. No, he said the games didn't matter because we didn't bet on the games.
But didn't he say something about putting money on games? He's like, I don't care, I'll let you have it win.
I didn't care.
But you talking about competing?
But I didn't care if he won the money. He was talking about the games only mattered because he won money. I'm just like, I don't care if he won the money.
Man, the games on money matter more.
No, they do not. He won 2. But you said that you're here to compete. Do you bet on the church games? I hope not, because it's church.
You get a trophy.
Okay,
you're
word.
competing for something.
Yeah, you get a trophy.
You're competing for something, a trophy.
And I was competing for wins. You got 2? I got 2.
So what's money? Wins? What's better, wins and money, or just wins?
I would say wins and having a sense of pride knowing that I won.
Wait, so y'all both had the same amount of wins?
Yeah.
But Jamal got the wins and the money.
And one of the least amount of points. Don't forget about that.
But he had the wins and the money.
Yeah. And
he had the
don't forget about the last part.
Both had the same.
Ease up.
And
you can ease up and relax.
And one of the least amount of points. Your record was.
Let us know in the comments what's better: 2 wins and no money, or 2 wins with money. Y'all let us know in the comments.
The least amount of points. Don't forget about that, because your record was ass.
I was never in last though.
But your record was ass.
You was in last?
Worse than mine.
No. He was
not me.
But like I had the least amount of points, but I would like it wasn't the least in the game.
You were the least amount of points. I think at like 4th.
The only reason why it was a big deal
out of 5 people.
Only reason why it's a big deal is because I'm putting up numbers, and then like when I said I was 85 gonna
points,
back,
yes, correct.
When I said I was gonna chill back, and then like that's what happened. I was just bowling for fun at that point. Like I'm just.
So you wasn't trying to compete.
To make it interesting, not coming last, but like I'm just bowling.
He's not a competitor. He's not a competitor.
Anyways,
he's not a competitor. I'll see you next Monday. Yeah, you don't gotta come. Don't worry.
But anyways,
I'll bring the chalk. Make sure that my hands dry. Get my hands dry so the ball don't slip.
You gotta get a glove.
Get the glove. Yeah. The one to cover up the pinky. Yo, they be coming in crazy. Yeah, one cover up their pinky and like whatever the fuck this finger is, the non-index finger.
If I had one, I'm like, who do you think you are? Yeah.
Nah, high key, if I got into bowling like crazy, I would buy my own ball.
Yeah, people, bro. Yes, the people who be like actually bowling, even like the ones who just be going out there to compete for fun, though, they still they got their own ball.
They got their own ball.
I would get
they
my
got
own
the
ball
rag,
too.
and the balls are cheap too. The balls are pretty cheap.
I don't know how much bowling ball is. I don't know.
I think they're only like $50 or something like that. Like unless if you want like some crazy expensive one, like really designed, like then you're probably pushing like 100 or 200.
Kaden.
Oh, that Kaden.
No. But another game I want to play over the summer is Ultimate Frisbee. Did y'all like that?
It was fun in high school.
I played it before, but I'm like, we might as well play football. Like at this point, yo. Like what are we doing? We're on a football field playing Ultimate Frisbee. We might as well play football, yo. But I'm not a really good frisbee thrower. I'm not ass, but I'm not a good I'm not good. I'll maul some motherfucker though. Yeah. I'll maul you send me down the field, I'll maul somebody easily. Shit. But like, as in terms of throwing a frisbee, I'm not like that. But I'll lock somebody up, knock that shit out, nigga. You thought you was catching that? Not on me. See, like that's where I'm at.
That shit is fun. Like throwing dots, like when it's going and the wind blows a little bit, and then it like
breaks through the wind.
Catch him right when he's running
right
to
stride, right?
Yo, that shit is tough. And then the same thing, he's like, "Hey, throw it." You throw it back and just
I reach back like 1-3, man. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Now
we need to start playing those games.
You know MKBHD?
Who?
MKBHD.
No, who that?
Marquez Brownlee, YouTuber.
No.
Black guy. You probably seen him. He's a tech YouTuber. You probably know my face, probably not my name, but
you gotta show me.
He has like over like 14 million subscribers. He's also a professional ultimate frisbee player.
Really?
He's on like I don't know what the team is called, but it's like New York something. Yeah, he's on the professional.
That's pretty cool.
I know, yeah.
That's
and it's
pretty
like,
cool.
And he's I saw awards like people are voting for him for like defensive player of the year. I'm like, damn, yeah, okay, but he's like 6'2", 6'4", some shit like that too, which is crazy.
Which is perfect
I'm like,
for
damn.
ultimate frisbee.
I'm like, damn.
There's not a lot of tall motherfuckers in ultimate frisbee. I feel like.
I feel like I know it's a professional sport, but I feel like them motherfuckers ain't homie them. I feel like I feel if Marquez Brownlee playing, I'm like, he can't hold me either. I can lock him up. He a tech YouTuber. I can lock him up.
So all you see is you falling to the ground and he
moss that shit.
Because you saw the motherfuckers who was playing ultimate frisbee at lunch.
Yeah.
You see, niggas not holding. Those are the niggas that's playing ultimate frisbee. Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, I know exactly who the audience is, bro.
But one thing, like I be playing flag footballs. One thing I know, if you have good chemistry and chemistry and like plays, you can go far. You can beat athleticism in certain games. Like
what you talking about? Just outsmarting somebody?
Yeah. So like physically, you can definitely be like more physical and like just be an athlete basically. Mm-hmm. But if they throwing it where it's like a position where you can't be here and here at the same time, then you beat. Like if you got two people running, it's like you gotta choose. Your athleticism can only help you out so much. Especially if they throwing dots. And they throwing dots because they professionals. They gonna curve in the air, so you gonna really run one side. Like if you
talking about frisbee right now, right?
Yeah, frisbee. Yeah. So like if you the safety, like let's say you running like a cover 3. I don't know.
Do they even have safeties in that? I feel like they just play a lot of man.
I don't know. But like, let's just say it's like you're in like a zone type of situation. You got two people, or even if your teammate got beat, so you got two people. Your man is one way. You see the frisbee going to the other person, but that frisbee curve in the air. You're like, that was tough. But
they
like,
really do be throwing dots. Their mechanics of throwing it is nasty.
That's why when you're a real DB, when you got when you start backpedaling, you gotta make sure your backpedal good, man, and then open up your hips as soon as it break. Come on, man, shit too easy. You gotta make sure. Come on, now. Come on. That's if you're a really defensive guy, you know, somebody football, you know. I should be a DB, you know that, right? I had great reads, yes, great reads. My coach was like, "Yo, you got some great reads," but I'm like,
I'm just saying. He just didn't want to play no more.
Yeah. I didn't. After 9th grade, I did not want to play no more. That was it for me. You didn't play sports in high school, did you?
Nah. I always thought about playing or trying to be wide receiver for Morristown High School, but I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, you probably would have been behind Jamar. Jamar was like 4th string.
Behind Jamar? Yeah. I've been ahead of Jamar.
Oh.
I was faster than Jamar.
No.
Yes, I was.
No, you were.
Do not cap. I was faster than you in high school.
No.
Do not cap.
Never in your life.
I remember we was going to my house.
5'2" or 5'4"? Huh? 5'2" or 5'4"?
I don't know about that. Okay. But I remember when we was going to my house and we both agreed to sprint. Like we were at Abbott. I was like, yo, let's sprint out of here. And he's just like, oh, is that a race? I'm like, yeah. And I took off, and then this nigga was just like, he was just like, damn, nigga, I didn't know he was that fast. I was like, come on, don't play with me.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
It's okay,
bro. You forgot. Like
I was faster than you.
At what point?
I was faster than you.
What year would you say?
And I'm taller than you.
At what year?
I know, huh?
What year would you say? Like junior, senior? Because ain't no way. Because that's when I was like working out and like getting more athletic. So it could have been then. Mm-hmm. And then freshman, sophomore year, you was fat.
Freshman, sophomore year?
Yes.
No, freshman, sophomore year, I was that fat?
Yes.
And it was senior year. Because I remember we was going to my house and I out sprinted you. No. Yes, don't lie.
That couldn't be.
Maybe I out sprinted it, yo.
Maybe Javane or some other.
No, Jamaican, it was you.
Not me.
It was you. Trust me, I don't get my.
Oh, maybe Javane.
It was you.
Nah, Javane fast as hell too.
Nah, I know Javane's fast. Javane still runs though. Like he runs a lot. Like he does running on the regular. So I already know he's faster than me now. But yeah, I was faster than you for sure. I would have definitely took your spot. Coach would have been like, he faster.
Well, speed don't get you a certain spot.
Well, I'm not talking about that. That's what I was about to say. Coach would have been like, he faster, he stronger, he bigger, he taller. Yeah, we gonna pick him.
Because y'all know.
We gonna pick him.
Y'all remember Joel Stennett?
Yeah. Who?
Joel?
Yeah.
Joel.
He played track.
Oh, that man?
Yeah.
He was British or something like that, right?
No.
Oh, he just talked like that?
He has something wrong with his tongue.
Oh, damn.
They said he's British. Yo, that's a first. That's crazy, bro.
Damn. Okay.
Nah, but he was because he played freshman football. He was fast, but had no hands, bro. It was crazy. Like, I mean, they tried to put him on special teams, dropping everything. I'm like, bro, I've never seen hands. It wasn't even like butter hands. It's like rock hands, bro. It just bounced off his hand. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I'm like, damn, Joel. I'm like, you out here just job. I'm like, they not gonna start you at anything. You just gonna be a body on the sideline, or just like a practice squad member, yo. At this point, I'm like, damn, but
definitely practice squad.
Just like, man, so speed ain't gonna get you always. Especially you gotta have good route running. You gotta have good hands.
Oh, that's just teaching though. You gotta teach that.
I mean, I guess. I mean, some people got it in them.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's just like I never ran routes, so it's just like I don't know.
So how you gonna be starting if you never ran routes?
But if I started back in high school, then I would already have the progress of learning.
When did you start playing football?
I played a little bit in like middle school, but I didn't really play. I was just there. Just
you started high school basically.
So basically high school, yeah.
So there's a chance I could have taken this spot.
And y'all couldn't have I would have locked y'all up.
No.
I would definitely
locked you up.
I would have definitely locked y'all up.
No.
Who? Both of y'all.
No.
The two sitting on that couch right there.
First of all, you was like 112.
No, I was
maybe
like
less.
I was a very light, like 225.
No,
Like,
you was
very
like
light.
112.
No.
And you ain't run
In years.
Yeah.
I was playing football in high school.
That us?
So you
I played freshman year.
You say freshman year?
But did you play the whole freshman year?
I would have still locked you up.
That's what you
It don't
said?
matter what year it was. I would have, bro. Yes, bro. You're not getting no. You would not get no.
I don't know, because if it's the same Naeem that said that he couldn't even bench the bar.
No, that's eighth grade. That was eighth grade.
I don't think he was able.
That was eighth grade.
I don't think he would have been able to lock me up.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have locked you up.
Nah.
We could go outside right now.
No,
Oh yeah, exactly.
You can lock me up?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They don't want that.
Okay.
They don't want that. I got football cleats. We can go onto the field at any time.
Okay.
And then, yes, I'm pressing niggas. Don't matter.
No, my release is crazy.
No, it's
My
not.
release is crazy.
I'll really jam you in your chest.
No.
Air your shit out. You're like, hold on.
Hell no.
Nah, I remember back in high school, you did have the nickname Bird Chest. Oh, that was you.
Hell no.
That's him.
That was you. That was shit. I remember. Because who used to say that all the time?
His phone.
Who used to say that all the time? It was Brian. I know Brian for sure used to say that you had a bird chest.
Yeah,
That was Chris's name on my phone.
Saying you was bird chest.
No, that was Chris's name on my phone, Bird Chest. It was not me. Yes.
I mean, y'all like
Yo.
Bird.
Don't make me take my shirt off right now. Show these pectorals. Stop playing with me.
Birds.
Don't make
but y'all both gain weight though. Like Chris has been gaining weight too.
Yeah, Chris is getting up there. He's stocky now. He's definitely getting his weight up.
But back then, both of y'all was bird chest.
I was never Bird Chest.
Y'all combined for 200.
I can never relate to. I could never relate to being like little like that. I'm not you. You was little.
Yo.
Nah.
That's crazy because it's probably true.
What?
Y'all combined for 200.
Nah. Stop playing with me, yo. Like I wasn't like I told you I was a very light 225. Like my weight don't change like that. Like how y'all think it do. Like it's not the same as y'all. I'm different. Like that's like I'm different. Like I pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing.
Oh shit, nah. That's funny as hell.
I was freshman year. I might give it to you, just because that's when I was real small. Like I was smaller than
Give it to
girls.
Me or Naeem?
You sure you're smaller than the girls?
Yeah,
You talking about like height or just like
height?
Okay.
And like
Oh, yeah,
weight.
it goes for it, then come
that was like Anasia was taller than me.
That's crazy.
Like,
oh yeah, there's some picture y'all had. You was short.
Yeah, and that was like freshman.
Oh
year.
yeah, and your voice was. You sound like a girl.
Yeah,
I remember.
Damn,
I remember.
I don't remember this. I don't remember his voice.
I had the video. I gotta find the video, but there was one where he went to a Elizabeth Quinceañera, and he was recording it and walking around, and he was like, "Oh my god, what's going on, guys?"
No, that's crazy. I got mad at it too. But I gotta hear that shit, bro.
That shit was funny as fuck. That was freshman year, Jamar. That shit was funny as hell.
Like, there was a lot of people, like even my freshman year, who their voice didn't get deeper yet.
Yeah,
like Justin Robinson, bro. Justin had one of like the highest voices like ever, bro. It was crazy. They used to gas him all the time, and his voice like deeper now, yo. Justin got taller too.
Yeah, and he's also built too. Yeah,
I've been seeing him working out. Yeah, Justin came a long way, man. Yeah. Justin, he used to be top heavy on his head, like little body but big ass head, bro. It was crazy. Somebody knock him over, he going. Like just like that, bro.
Oh man,
good people though. He good people though.
Yeah, Justin funny as hell.
We got. I remember 2K 15 years. It's like what was this? My freshman sophomore year when we were playing 2K 15.
Okay.
Justin.
That was your freshman sophomore year.
One of those 2 years 2K 15.
We graduated 2016.
2K 15.
Oh, 15.
15.
So it comes. Okay.
We always used to play 2K at the time. Like literally everybody had like 2K at the time. We was playing like 5v5s with all of each other. And Justin was like mad poop in 2K. We used to gas him all the time.
And he used to get mad on the mic too.
Year after he stopped playing with us, we went to go play Elder Scrolls with Clark after that shit, bro. I still be gassing about that shit to this day, bro. I'm like, nigga, you stopped playing 2K after that.
Justin was fucked up to Clark on the mic. Like I remember I didn't know who Clark was. I knew who Justin was, but I didn't know who Clark was, and we was playing Destiny. And then I'm like, yo, Clark, you go to our school? And he's just like, yeah, you didn't know that? Like I seen you a couple of times. I'm like, Clark, I've never seen you before. And
he's like, you know what he looked like. That's
right. I'm like, Clark, I've never seen you before. And he was just like, nah, Justin introduced us. And I'm just like, then I felt like an asshole. Because I'm just like, damn, I really don't know what this motherfucker looks like. And then Justin, he was like, here, come on, I'll send you a picture. So Justin sends me a picture of Clark. And then before I could even say anything, be like, oh shit, I remember you. Instantly when he sent the picture, he was like, go ahead and look at it. He was like, he ugly, right? I'm like, damn, Justin. Justin knew how to make Clark mad because Clark is like kind of like a very calm person, but whatever Justin used to clown him, like Clark be like, Justin, shut the fuck up. Yo, that nigga was funny as hell. I miss Justin. I haven't seen that nigga in a minute. He over at college, right?
No, he's in like Miami.
Oh, he's out?
He's in like Miami. I be seeing him. He be down there.
He be partying, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you doing.
He be partying. I be seeing his Instagram stories and shit. He be out there partying.
I don't even know how long we've been recording.
Honestly, I have no idea. We just been talking. We've been shooting.
Well, because I can't check because it just said 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I just know it's recording.
Shit. Oh well. It is what it is.
All right, we can basically wrap it up then.
I guess. I don't know how long we've been going. Like since probably like around an hour 30 minutes at this point.
Yeah.
Probably maybe 2 hours.
No, we didn't start at 6. It's only 8 o'clock. It's 8:08 right now.
So we're looking at like an hour, maybe 40. That's how we were at.
I mean, we could wrap it up.
That's true. That's true.
All right, man. We could be another time on the episode. We actually don't know how long we've been recording, but thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast. I don't know what episode we're at. It's like 13, maybe.
Yes.
Something like that. I think it's 13. So like I said, reach back
12,
like
13, 12.
No, I think wasn't last episode.
Last one was 12. I don't know.
I think last episode was definitely 12. Yeah,
double digits.
Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell because YouTube doesn't always recommend when we upload. Audio listeners, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you leave a 5-star for us. It helps us out.
4, 5.
Yes. Y'all can't see this audio. Listen, I threw up a 5 on my hand. Give us the 5-star, man. It really does help us out, man. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Also, we upload shorts and stuff like that. They're very fun. You see them on the we're gonna be uploading them on the YouTube channel, so you'll see them on here more often. We uploaded a couple so far. Some of them doing good. The one when you slapped me got like 1.5k views. Yeah, so that's a good one. Yeah, so that was a good one. That was our most one. And our second most view one was you like. So yeah, just make sure y'all checking on those two. We'll be uploading them also if you don't follow us on the other platforms. So you'll see them on YouTube as well. But anything else I want to say before I wrap it up?
Oh yeah. For everyone who keep clowning me about these pillows, I'm gonna keep hugging this shit. So get used to it.
Y'all make sure y'all clown him about them tight ass clothes though.
See these legs?
Them leggings?
See these legs. Yeah. Look at these legs.
The audio listeners, he's standing up showing some tight ass pants right now.
These are them gym legs. These gym pants. Yeah.
You stole those from your girl?
Huh? She wish she had these big ass legs. Look at these.
Anything you want to say, Jamar?
Nah, man. I'm good.
You got some small legs.
Who?
At least yours bigger than Naeem's though.
Don't do that. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. So until next time, this is the D&E podcast signing off.
Peace.